Brought to a standstill. PC's Jess Davis and Al Coleman are fighting their way through it to get to a serious accident on the busy Aston Expressway.
When we started approaching the scene, there was nowhere to go. We were struggling to make our way through traffic. It was just a sea of red lights.
This 2-mile stretch of motorway is unusual because there's no central barrier separating the opposing carriageways. There is, however, a no-go buffer lane.
The reason the buffer lane changes day to day is from what they call the tidal flow. So in the morning, you have more lanes opening into city at rush hour traffic, and the opposite on the evening. That's why there's no central barrier down the middle.
But no central barrier means that a head-on collision between the fast-moving traffic is much more likely. And as they arrive, the motorway cops fear the worst.
It's a massive scene. It's looking serious at the moment. I don't know the ins and outs of injuries.
The multiple pile-up involves a BMW, a Mini, and a Jaguar.
When I saw both the Jaguar and the Mini, both those cars were extensively damaged. It was quite clear to me that there'd been a head-on collision, and I actually thought there would be a number of fatalities from both vehicles.
The fire crews are preparing to cut out 2 injured passengers who were trapped in the wreck of the Jaguar. 2 people were in the Mini, and they've already been freed, but the news isn't good.
They're both in the ambulance now. I've also been informed that one of the females within the Mini is, it's looking like it could turn into a fatality. It hasn't at the moment, but there's a potential. She's a very elderly female.
A passenger from the BMW is also injured, but fortunately it's not serious, and Al's giving what assistance he can.
Do you feel any pain anywhere at all?
My shoulder, my arm, and my head, just pounding.
Can you wiggle your fingers, can you?
I can this one's
Not so hard, quite hard today. Feel that?
Yeah, no.
No? Just have a little look, all right. Can you recall whether you knocked your arm or your arm was hit at all?
I don't remember.
All right, mate. So she's got numbness down the back of her neck. She can't wiggle the fingers very well on this arm here, but she's holding in her comfortable position. Can't feel her toes, which I think is probably cold. She's a little bit in shock.
While Al briefs the paramedic, Jess begins the investigation into what happened.
Are you a witness?
I'm the driver of the car.
Has anyone taken your details or
Yeah,
spoken?
gentleman has, yeah.
Is that's your car there?
Yeah.
The roof of the man's Jaguar has now been cut away by the fire crews so they can try to free the injured backseat passengers.
That car's come across that carriageway into the front of us.
What, the Mini has?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Mini was the one driving the wrong way?
Yeah.
Right.
We were in the middle
Right.
lane, and then suddenly there's 2 headlights in front of you. There's just nowhere to go, is there?
No.
It seems that the Mini has veered right across the buffer lane into the opposite carriageway.
The Aston Expressway is a safe motorway, and that's more than likely due to the fact that the speed limit's 50 miles per hour, and they have that buffer lane in the middle.
Even at 50 miles an hour, a head-on crash is highly dangerous, despite having cars with modern crash protection.
Your seat belts and your restraint systems may hold you in the car, your body physically, but the problem that you have, everything else keeps moving within inside your body. And to survive an accident like that is quite rare.
The driver of the BMW has been lucky to escape injury. He's being breathalyzed as a precaution, but so far it doesn't appear he's to blame.
I think the back end swung round as he hit the car head on, and we went straight into him.
While the injured woman from his car is taken to hospital with a suspected broken collarbone, the fire crew are still battling to free the 2 passengers trapped inside the Jaguar.
I get really worried about people. We're human beings just like everybody else. You can see people who are in terrible pain. You see other casualties where you start to think, I don't even know if they're going to survive this.
15 miles south, motorway cops John Martin and Jim Alcock are responding to another emergency.
Going to a report of a car crash, road traffic collision on the entry slip at junction 7 of the M5 North. Report at the moment is one of the drivers may be out of the vehicle with a head wound. lying on the actual carriageway. There is always a good chance of serious injuries and fatalities for any collision that occurs on the motorway. When things do go wrong, then they can go seriously wrong.
A Highways Agency patrolman has already arrived, but there's no sign of any ambulance.
The blood wagon here, was it en route?
No, they're en route. Been ages.
Okay.
She's down there, it's Sophie, she's 21.
Yeah.
Had no known illnesses as we're aware of.
Yeah.
Gentleman, there's your witness. Struck the barrier on the offside.
Yeah.
Come to rest here, got out.
Yeah.
Fell over the barrier and just vomited blood.
Okay, mate.
The cops are trained to give basic medical aid, but her illness needs far more sophisticated treatment.
Hello, Sophie, it's the police. There's quite a bit of blood there, mate. Can you hear me all right?
Is that sick, is it, or is that blood? Yeah, she's been sick blood. She's got out of the car, vomited blood.
You never like to see any sort of person in discomfort and distress. There's a part of you that always feels a bit helpless because you want to help that person to try and, you know, get them up and about and get them, make them better, but you're just unable to do so. So you just have to wait until the medical crews get there. Mike Alpha 1-3. Yeah, any time on when the ambulance is going to get here, over? Yeah, just quite concerned. The young girl has vomited. There's quite a bit of blood on the grass verge. I'm no doctor, but that don't look right.
No, that's what I thought.
It looks like sort of Birch Ulcer type stuff, doesn't it?
A driver following behind saw the crash and came to her aid.
She got out, she was very dizzy, come around the back, and she's actually mentioned, and she spoke to the highways guy.
You can time on paramedic.
On 2 types of medication. She's changed recently. When she got out of the car, I could see it was, you know, something was wrong. I couldn't smell drink or anything like that. I could just see that she was medically not.
Despite her sudden illness, she's managed to steer across the lanes of fast-moving traffic.
She'd actually come off the motorway onto the exit slip. She'd firstly collided with the right-hand barrier, and then she'd then been pinballed and bounced back towards the left-hand barrier.
But if she passed out on the main carriageway, the result could have been very different.
It was just potentially a recipe for disaster. Vehicles start to brake, and then people don't react in time, and bosh, you've got a multiple vehicle collision.
Her quick thinking probably avoided a major crash, but she's barely conscious and still in danger. Fortunately, the anxious wait for the paramedics is over.
It's a weight off your mind when the ambulance or the paramedic or any medical help turn up, that it's their profession, that they know what to look for, they know what to test for.
Sophie, hello Sophie.
No cuts, wounds, anything that I can see. She's as pale as a ghost.
She's got low blood pressure. That's why they put her back down.
Blood out of the stomach, presumably she's vomited.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound good, and bleeding stomach.
While the paramedics work to bring her round, the cops are trying to find any information that could help them to treat her.
She has had a road traffic collision, but we don't know whether it's down to something that she's taken.
A search of her belongings could give them a lead.
No, just looking inside the vehicle. Obviously, paramedics are very concerned with the amount of blood that's been brought up by the young girl. Just in case if there's any medicine in the car which could indicate what she might be suffering from. But there's nothing I can see at the moment.
There's nothing in the car, tablets or anything like that, no?
No, I've just been through there, nothing.
Doesn't smell of booze, does it, or anything?
No, nothing, no Narbis, no nothing.
No.
Bit of a horsey type by the looks of it.
Yeah.
I'd noticed that she'd got horse riding boots on and also jodhpurs, and at that point I thought, has a bang on the head occurred?
There's no marks or anything on the helmet or anything, is there?
No.
No mud. We just offer any support we can, and if it means standing there like a tree holding something, then that's what we do. And if it means that a life is saved or helped in that way, then I'm sure we can put up with the pain of holding one of those up for a short while.
Her condition is now stable, but the reason for her sudden illness is still unknown.
I think we're going to try and get her back over the crash barrier, into the back of an ambulance and down to Worcester Toot Sweet.
No, she's on. Yeah, come on. Yeah. Sophie, just go back onto your back for us. Sophie, how are you feeling?
She'll be rushed to Worcester Hospital, only 3 miles away, where the doctors will carry out a full diagnosis and treatment.
Thanks a lot, mate.
On the Aston Expressway in Birmingham, the 2 injured passengers have finally been removed from the wreck of the Jaguar.
In my experience, I've been on the motorway for 10 years or so. It's one of the worst scenes I've seen on the expressway. And I have to say, people say, well, it's always going to happen on the expressway because there's no centre reservation. This is a very, very rare accident on the expressway where somebody actually has a head-on.
Inspector Mark Fullwood is in charge of the crash scene and has been waiting for news of the critically injured woman who was rushed to hospital over an hour ago.
Yeah, I've just received an update from my officers at the hospital. Unfortunately, the female passenger from the Mini, she was rushed into theatre, but unfortunately she has passed away. So now we are treating this as a fatal collision investigation, and we'll do our utmost to find out the cause of the collision.
The scene will now be preserved until a collision investigation team has gathered enough evidence to enable them to work out the sequence of events. Witness accounts and photographs will be used to build a picture of just what happened. The investigation will be helped by the roadside cameras which have caught the whole incident on tape. As the Mini crosses the buffer lane, one lucky car driver has time to avoid it, but the Jaguar driver has no chance to react as the Mini heads directly towards him. The Jaguar was being driven by Paul Hills.
It was quite busy, but traffic was moving well into town, and suddenly this car appeared. The last thing I saw was 2 headlights, and that was it. We couldn't get left. I didn't have time to brake, do anything. We just took the impact, bang, and that was it.
The evidence from the CCTV is crucial because it reveals that at no point do the Mini's brake lights come on.
So it appeared that she hadn't even attempted to brake, because the first thing you do in any sort of, your first natural instinct is to slam on the brakes. So we just couldn't begin to imagine why the driver hadn't done that.
One possibility is mechanical failure, but only by examining the wreckage can the cops hope to find out. And as the investigation continues into the night, more news comes in.
It appears from my latest update that the lady who's died is the mother of the driver.
I just felt really, really terrible for that female, because she's lost her mum, and she's lost her mum in a situation where she was in control of that vehicle, behind the wheel of that vehicle.
With more traffic on the roads, daytime brings a fresh set of problems for the cops. But as PC's Andy Tucker and Matt Fleming head for the motorway, they overhear a radio call for immediate assistance.
3690 3640. 59 is all in order. Yeah, I just got someone under arrest. So can join me.
When the safety of a colleague is at stake, the cops put everything else to one side.
Suddenly to hear panting on the radio, and obviously a foot chase gets the blood going a little bit, and obviously first instinct is to get to that location that was passed to us as quick as we can and to help out.
X-ray Tango 182, we're half a mile from him. Just had an officer shout up on the local channels. He's got somebody under arrest. We're not sure what the offence is, but just asked for some assistance. It's possibly single crewed, so we're going to make our way and help him out.
You don't know why he's chasing that individual, whether they've got weapons, what the previous is, who that individual is that's being chased.
When they get there, the runaway's been caught and cuffed.
Hello, mate, you all right?
Hey up. Just had a bit of a foot chase with him, that's all.
Right. Just have a sit in the car, mate, we'll get sorted out.
I'm going to see my daughter for half an hour today, then ask myself in. That's my plan all along, see my kids and have myself in.
All right, mate.
Sometimes prisoners are let out on compassionate grounds, but if they don't return, a warrant is issued for their arrest.
He was wanted for recall to prison. Didn't know details at that time, but obviously the priority is getting him in the car and getting him back to custody.
But the prisoner has another priority.
Will you not take me to see my daughter for 2 minutes, please? I was supposed to be meeting her there right now.
All we're doing is taxi. We've been told to take to custody, mate, so I can't do anything other than that, pal, I'm afraid.
I was going to have myself in this afternoon after I'd seen my daughter. I seen my son yesterday. I was going to see my daughter today and have myself in.
I really can't, mate.
Can you go into the left lane then so I can at least try and see her?
We'll pull in the lane, mate, but we can't pull up.
Yeah, just pull in that lane. You don't have to pull up, mate.
Right.
She should be just anywhere here now. She were at that L&D property. She was going to walk round to the doctors to meet me. Look, she's there, just coming out now. Can you beep on? At all, please. She's there walking with pram.
Despite what people may think, we are human somewhere underneath. Fortunately, the rare occasion the human side slips out.